Well, this weekend though is the Big Ten tournament, and McNames, you're headed out tomorrow, right?
Yep, we fly out tomorrow night, 5:30, and spend the weekend in Maryland.
That should be a good time.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward. I think it's going to be a good tournament. I think some of the weight classes are pretty deep. I think it's going to be a good competition.
Really? I mean, yeah. I mean, from second, third, and fourth. I mean, is that what you're thinking? Teams. I mean, there's
team wise, yeah. The race is for second and third, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's some of these weight classes. I mean, I think, I don't know. Hopefully, guys will wrestle all the way through. You won't get the med forfeits, but I could see a couple maybe happening. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully, it's a great crowd too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been to Maryland, so it'll be an experience for me and Walters when we go out there.
They have 4 mats, right?
What's that?
They run 4 mats, right?
They have all the other ones, yeah.
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 No.
I doubt they'll switch it, too many things up for this. Well, you were talking about the weight classes. Like, I didn't know if you guys wanted to like look at the weight classes and kind of go through them. I thought that would be fun. Like, Marty, are you familiar with the brackets? Have you seen many of them?
I've seen all of them.
Okay.
And
we've watched. You obviously, all of us have watched college wrestling this season. So, the 125-pound bracket is up for grabs. So, I guess I'll turn it over to one of you guys to tell me what you think that bracket looks like.
Matt Ramos is going to be tough to beat. I know I've gone against him earlier in the year. He has some losses that I thought were bad losses for him. But right now, I mean, he's proven that I think he's the guy to beat right now, not only in the Big Ten, but nationally. I mean, he's tough to score on. You don't want to get locked up upper body with him. But with that being said, my outside guy at this weight class is Patrick McKee.
I like him too.
I think he's going to surprise some people finally, and I mean that's my outside guy there.
That Ramos always comes to the big events, man. He shows up.
Yeah.
He's really tough.
Yeah,
I'd like to say Drake Aiello or whatever his name, but I don't know. I mean, he'll qualify, but
yeah,
he just doesn't get it done.
But their match was fairly. I mean, I would assume they're all close. I don't think I watched that match. That was the one.
It was 4-4-1 or something. Ramos had a takedown, and Aiello was in a couple times on Ramos, but couldn't finish. Ramos has some length and pretty funky, and I just don't know, like, something about the Aiello guy. I just can't. I can't get behind him. I just don't know if he has it to go all the way. I don't know.
You know what I think? I think he'd be a great 33-pounder. I think he's so tall, and he looks like he's so sucked in.
I don't know. I mean, he looked. I don't know. I thought he looked small at 25.
My Lord, he's like 6'2".
No,
he looks like it.
Well, I can tell you that there's probably not many at 125 who couldn't go 133. I mean, 125, you're sucked down.
These guys are walking around probably at 150.
Yeah.
The thing I like about McKee, he gets, if we can get past the first round, because he's always had a problem winning that first match. He's lost in the past and come back for third or All-American, but God, he is just a brute on the mat. If he gets on top, I think he can turn anyone.
Yeah.
What side, McNames, what side does the 5 seed go to?
He would wrestle the top side. 4 and 5 should be on the top. They would wrestle in the quarterfinals.
Okay. I'm going Barnett versus Caleb Smith in the finals.
Man, did you watch Smith a couple times this year? He's from Appalachian State. He transferred to Nebraska.
Yeah, I like him.
He got I think McKee tech-falled him.
Well,
in the first period.
He's not going to do that this weekend.
Smith tried to tap out, I think.
So are you writing these down when we pick?
Well, we have a little side pick game going on, and I still have to
Are
send
you
my
getting,
picks.
are you getting in, Marty?
I saw it, but I haven't gotten in it. Technology is not my best friend. But
Well, you just have to.
I did get on this Zoom site.
Hey,
Yeah,
Walter's even made it simpler by creating a Google sheet and everything. You just have to click next to who you want.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, Marty. Oh, you can. Okay, I haven't gone into it yet, but
Yeah, it basically he has this on there with their seeds, and you just click next to who you want. And when it's all done, you'll enter what teams, top three, and
okay.
it'll send you an email of your team. You just
And you
can only have one seed.
one number one seed, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 3,
Okay, got it.
as many after 8 as you want. So
Okay.
you're looking at 133, and you're thinking about taking that 14th seed. That's not going to hurt you.
So
Yeah.
who would send that to me though? Did you send it to me?
I
Yeah,
texted
in
you
a
last
text.
night, and then
Okay, got it.
Walters put a link
In
after
it.
it.
Yeah, it's in the group chat.
Got it.
Well, speaking of the 33-pound weight class, yeah, I mean Brody Teske from Iowa, he got that unseed. Now, are they going to switch that? That's the thing about the seeds and the pick and the picks, because like, are they going to change that at the weigh-in?
Why should they? For a coach making a mistake?
Well, was it a mistake?
Yeah, it
Refresh
was.
me
He
on.
got in. He got it in too late. He switched it too late, and after there's a certain time period, then that kid who got brought in goes to the 14th seed.
Now, but is that a strategy?
14th?
Yeah, that's about where he belongs, anyhow.
Well, did he really
That's what
get
I'm
it too
saying.
late, or is this some strategy? Like, hey,
That's what I'm saying.
let's throw him in there because I like our chances.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where the 14 seed goes or feeds into, but
What's got to be towards the top and run into Ragusan fairly early, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be normal 16-man bracket.
Yeah, the top two guys get a bye, right?
well, that's going to be a crazy top side if Nagao,
Yeah. Whew.
Ragusan, and Teske are all on the top side. I mean, Teske has been wrestling a lot better the last couple weeks for sure. So, I mean, he's definitely making the end of the season.
Did you
look
see some
better.
matches I haven't?
Well, no, when he was wrestling at 41, I think he got a couple wins that I thought were. I mean, he's not.
He finds his back really well.
Was he an All-American at Northern Iowa or just a qualifier?
No, just real close, like the blood round, I think.
Yeah, but I think he was close last year too, right?
He might have been at the tournament.
Didn't you pick him? Or no, you picked the Illinois kid.
Yeah, I made a mistake. There's no Illinois kids on the.
But didn't Teske beat the Illinois kid? I don't know. We have to go back and look at last year's bracket, but I thought, I don't think he's as bad as. Yeah, I don't think he's as bad as you guys are. I know he hasn't had a lot of wins this year, but he's capable of winning. Maybe he'll figure it out.
They're all capable of winning.
Not necessarily.
Well, who's winning 33? Let's just say let's say out of all of them, who do you got to win that thing?
Me, I want to root. I'm going to root for Ragusan, Michigan, and the Illinois kid, but I think I'm going to go with Nagao.
Marty, who you got?
I'm going with Teske.
No, after just making fun of the guy.
Yeah, I don't even know on 33. I've been so disappointed this year with Teske and who the other kid is. I just
oh god.
Throw me a name out there. Who's the number one seed? That's
Ragusan.
Dylan Ragusan.
He's not winning. He can't score any points. Those Montini kids like to score 2 points and then hold on.
Well, I think Dylan's been wrestling great, so that's who I'm picking. Marty, you don't even have a guy because you don't know the weight class.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm being honest. I don't even know that weight class.
All right. 41, though, back to another Montini group of kids. Now, this is going to be a fun weight class because I think some of the best wrestlers in the country out of all weight classes are in this weight class.
Oh, definitely.
I watched Jesse Mendez wrestle when I was at Wisconsin, and he took a shot and I was on the side doing some video stuff, and his shot was so quick, and I was like, dude, this guy's a freak. So,
Yep.
Yeah, and
obviously,
he's a goer. Like he doesn't look like he gets tired.
yeah, he's not
Right?
getting
He
tired.
just
And
I agree with that 100%.
I will say the last couple of matches that I've watched of Woods, I've seen the offense he didn't show earlier in the year, and he's looked. If he gets offensive and can get in, he's God, he's a hammer on the mat. I don't know if he was, those back-to-back meets, Michigan, Penn State. Maybe he was sick, maybe something, because he didn't look the same in his last match that he did then.
I heard there was a bunch of dudes sick at Michigan.
I think it's money time. I got Woods. I mean,
He's got to close the gap though. He can't sit back there and be shooting from such a distance.
Yeah.
I agree. I like Real Woods too, but we can't both pick the same person. So
yes, you in the game you can.
Yeah,
It
I'll
will
pick
be
Blue
okay.
Bartlett.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll just take the 1 seed.
Well, either way, the returning Big Ten finals was Brock Hardy versus Woods. So, I mean, they're both in a very interesting situation to get back to the finals. So, yeah, I think Real Woods for sure.
It isn't interesting because Hardy's pretty darn tough. I mean, Lemley's having a pretty solid season, but then I don't and it's tough to root against Illinois or say anything, but that Pacino's a 6 seed, and if he finishes in the top 8, I'd be surprised. Top 10. I mean,
yeah.
I hope he proves me wrong, but I mean, Illinois the last couple of years at the Big Ten have not come ready to wrestle at all.
Well, as I was saying, this weight class I was excited about, but I'm really only excited about the top 5 guys. 6 and down, I doubt even have a shot.
Those top 5 guys could be follow up that same way at nationals.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, who?
Yeah, they're very good.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple other guys in other conferences, but yeah, that could definitely be the top 5 finish at the nationals. 149, that one's going to get interesting because, there's a lot of head-to-head matchups, right? Ridge Lovett beat Austin Gomez, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the duel, it beat him up, I think.
He got
Gomez go right to doesn't Gomez go
right away, right?
Doesn't Gomez go right to the number 1 seed after beating what's his name in the Olympic trials?
Yeah. That was impressive. To beat Nick Lee is impressive.
Yeah.
Real quick, did you guys watch that at all?
I have not seen it.
All right, so
I was in Vegas.
Yeah, well, okay. They don't have wrestling out there, I guess.
No, they do not.
I watch it, and it's I think it's 12-8, and Lee just took him down, and Gomez hurts his knee to the point where, I thought he was done, and I'm sitting there thinking in my head, if you're Sean Bourmet, how happy are you right now that the week before the Big Tens, your starter is out there, and now maybe, he's had knee problems in the past. That's what hurt him last year.
Yeah.
And he's not even wrestling for the U.S. He's representing Mexico, but your coaches, the Michigan coaches, are coaching him. I told Dalton, it's tougher to keep track of what's going on at the international scene than college anymore. Who wrestles for who? I mean, it's crazy, but he came back and dominated from then on. Like, it was a different Gomez. Like, he was in on double legs, and just Lee made a mistake of trying to go upper body. I know he beat him before in the upper body, but Gomez is another guy. You can't lock up with him.
Right.
But I mean, he put 14 straight points on the board and 22-12 teched him. It was impressive.
You're kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah. After like, if you watch it, I really didn't think, I thought he was done for sure. Like, he was crawling off the mat. I was like, man, you can't be happy. But
yeah, he did. And I think in general that would be a tough situation because he's wrestling 2-time national champion Nick Lee, I think he's 2 or 3. I
Two,
mean,
I
he's
think,
yeah,
yeah.
2-time national champion. So you're wrestling a national title match right before the Big Ten tournament. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely talk about that in a upcoming podcast about just the freestyle and the international stuff versus like what's going on and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Austin Gomez is definitely on a hot streak wrestling wise. This year compared to last year is so much different. I mean, he is so much better than he was doing last year, and I don't know if that's the training environment or if it's just his injury situation, if he's healthy. But he's doing so much better this year than
Who's
last year. Gomez.
Yeah. I think he's healthier. I mean, last year I know he entered Big Ten, and I think he tore his meniscus or something during the season. I mean, he had didn't he beat Yanni in the
All-Star
Yeah.
duel? And like, you watched him at the Big Ten, and I mean, if it was anyone else, they'd probably be arresting the coaches for, child safety because he was limping out. He couldn't move.
Yeah.
It was sad to watch him out there at the Big Tens, at least. But
Yeah. Well, what do you, Marty? Do you think the what is his? How do you pronounce his name? Rathjen?
Rathjen?
Right. Is he gonna? Yeah.
He's tough.
He
You don't
is.
like him?
Yeah, I like him, but it's what are you talking about? I mean, he'll finish the top 5.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. I mean, he is.
Well, I mean, him and Kasich from Penn State. I mean, they're outside guys that I would not be surprised if they, I mean, found a way to get to the finals. I thought that guy. I thought this would be one of your Iowa guys that you'd be supportive of.
You know, the worst part of, like I said before, I went a week without forgot about wrestling, and then now all of a sudden the Big Tens are starting. I've looked at the brackets one time on the way back on the flight.
Yeah, you're like, who's you've already
Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa guys are not popping out to you.
I heard those guys with the betting stuff that's going to get dropped tomorrow, or no, Saturday night they're dropping it. The all charges.
Saturday evening, huh?
Yeah.
So wait, how does this work?
No, I'm kidding. Look at Iowa State. How the hell's that, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought you knew something that we.
Yeah,
I have no insider trading whatsoever. But.
I was waiting because I mean, I was hopeful that if they did this, that somehow that would be the gnarliest curveball.
Well, I'm still waiting to wake up in Maryland Saturday morning and go over there and see the brackets have changed because all of a sudden, Brands is in there and Cassiopei's in there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be insane.
Wouldn't
That'd
it
be awesome. Yeah, I think that would be the best thing for college wrestling. Absolutely.
Wouldn't it though?
Yeah,
it would be all time.
Yeah. Well, 57. I think unfortunately, even though this is Rob's dark horse from last year, Block is from Minnesota. I think Levi Haynes runs away with this weight class.
He's tough.
Yeah. He just looks like he's having fun. My dark horse here is the Soldate from Michigan State.
Okay.
He's good, isn't he?
He's funky. He likes to throw, and that keeps him in any match. So
he was beating Haynes, and then there was like a last second reversal.
Yeah, it was something late. So yeah.
All right, yeah, that's a good one. I like that. You're not going with Will Lewan, huh?
Again, you got to be able to score points.
Oh man.
Do you? I thought you just have to have more points than the other guy.
Kind of joke, like after the first 7 minutes, then I'll watch his match because that's when he'll wrestle in overtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's great.
Yeah.
But
he's gonna win in overtime.
Yeah. I mean, he finds a way. You can't. I mean,
he's such a nonchalant. His demeanor too out on the mat. He's just so nonchalant. I mean, like those guys take those hard shots and he just kind of hips them away. He goes, yeah, all right,
yeah.
I'll finish on you in a little bit.
Yeah.
So his freshman year, our guy Christian Arias had to wrestle him first round downstate, and I asked Dalton about him because I think Dalton, you were at Boylan at that, but you had just been with him at Montini, and I was like, what do you know? And he goes, man, he's tough to score. And I tell you what, Christian was in on about 5 unbelievable singles, sweep singles, deeper than hell, and didn't score on one of them because he had a great shin wizard. I mean, he was just tough to score on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a huge advantage. I mean, obviously we're joke. I mean, you guys are both joking and not joking about him not scoring, but I think the 3-point takedown makes it more likely for guys to hand fight and hold off, just because I mean it doesn't matter if he gets 3 points. That's a lot of points. That
and
change
he can slow you down like guys who like to score. I mean, he makes you wrestle his match.
Not only does he slow you down, though, he wears you down too.
Yeah, because he's a good hand fighter.
Yeah.
And again, if you're on a shot trying to finish and you can't finish, that is so exhausting. So sometimes it's better not to shoot. Yeah. But yeah, okay. Well, that's a good weight class. I think Haynes. I think Haynes goes away with it though.
Yeah.
65 is an interesting one, but we didn't get to see Hamidi versus Messenbrink this year. So this is going to be.
So Messenbrink, I mean, he looked pretty impressive against Caliendo. Was he the guy at the beginning of the year? Or did they have someone else slated in there and then he filled in?
No, he was at Cal Poly last year, I want to say.
Messenbrink?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was at Cal Poly and then he transferred this year over the summer.
No, you talked to the Truax.
No, that's Truax.
That's Truax. He was at.
All right, I'll look it up for you guys.
Yeah, you got that technology.
I know Mitch. I know for a fact he was not at Penn State.
I guarantee he was at Penn State last year. I think he wrestled a little bit.
I didn't think he was the guy slated to be their starter. I thought whoever they had got hurt and then he filled in.
Okay, athletic notes, career notes. Transferred to Penn State after redshirting at Cal Baptist. Sorry, not Cal Poly. Cal Baptist.
Cal Baptist.
What's that?
How they get him? How they
and hold on, he was at Cal Baptist in 2022 to 23. So
is that a Division I program?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He went there again. He was not a super blue chip right away out of college. I think he was pretty good, but I don't think he was like slated to be in the lineup. And I don't know if they had scholarship or whatever. So he went there. He didn't like it, and then he transferred to Penn State.
He made a good decision.
Yeah, where's he from originally?
Wisconsin. He's the Messenbrink is the assistant coach for Askren. The guy he was at Arrowhead when his dad.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I still like the Wisconsin kid. What's the kid from Illinois?
Hamidi.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
I'm taking Messenbrink after watching him wrestle.
Okay, good. That'll be a good side bet.
Yeah, I mean it will be a good match, and Caliendo will be.
I really want. I mean, I like Caliendo a lot, but man, Messenbrink just kind of took him to the woodshed and wore him out. Like I didn't think Caliendo could get wore out like he looked that match.
Yeah. Well, it will be. I mean, that finals match between Hamidi and Messenbrink should be amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And again, that'll be an NCAA finals match most
here's
likely.
The crazy. You look down the list. I mean,
would you say that'd be the NCAA finals match, Messenbrink and Hamidi?
I think it could be. Yeah.
Tell David Carr that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but David Carr is going to have to be one.
Yeah.
Is it Mako? Who's
no? It's not Mako. It's
Yeah.
But David Carr is going to have to beat one of them.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Messenbrink is really good, and Hamidi is very good.
No,
I mean, Hamidi won the Big Ten tournament last year in very convincing fashion.
You know what I like about him too is the sucker never stops moving his feet.
No.
Yeah,
he's just always.
God, he's so long. He just cradles
you.
Yeah. But here's a guy. Your 6th seed, Amin. Another guy, man. After 7 minutes, I like him. It's tough to score on. I mean, he knocked out what's his face a few years ago from Iowa, the Bull.
Yeah.
He did it. That's right.
Right, he lost to him in the finals at the big. I mean, he's an All-American. I mean, he's
And again, this is kind of my point is like, you guys know this, you guys are veterans in the college wrestling game. It's like the whole season, all you get to see is how can they compete against relatively the rest of the competition. But any tournament comes and, the guy keeps it close, puts himself in position,
Yeah.
that takedown wins the match.
Yeah.
So I think some of these guys score so much offense, it's hard to do that. Like Marinelli was a perfect type of guy for him to do that to because he doesn't score a lot of points. Whereas
Right.
it's going to be hard for him to stop Hamidi's offense. It's going to be hard for him to stop Messenbrick's offense.
slow him down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it could happen, but I mean, I doubt that weight class. The next weight class is the curious one. So 174, the unknown is that Starachi is he hurt or is he not hurt?
Yeah. So
Oh, I think he's hurt.
I think, I'm going the top side here. I'm going Rocco Welsh.
God, he's
Okay.
good. He's
'Cause I
good.
think-
He's a freshman too.
Yeah. And the other one that could benefit is the Washington kid from Indiana. He's the 8th seed, so he would feed in. But the Welsh kid, I mean, you're on, and this is all based on Strachey weighing in, medical, and being out.
Yeah.
If he's out, I like Welsh.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, you don't think Strachey's going to try to finish the tournament?
How hurt is he?
Yeah.
He could just, I mean, he's still probably the 1 seed at the NCAA. Is not wrestling in the Big Ten, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a 3-time NCAA champion, right?
and even if he's not, I mean, so he's a 2 seed. I mean, I could see him weighing him in, walking out first match, default, and he has 2 more weeks to rest up.
So that's why you're picking Welsh.
I'm
assuming
picking Welsh on the one. I like him.
Okay.
2, mindset Strachey's out. He's going to be the guy in the finals.
Okay.
I even like him if Strachey's there. Welsh, because it was a great. Did you watch the match?
It was a good, it was a good match. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, that was the one that he held him to a decision, which is probably the only decision that he's had in 2 years or something.
Ohio State's gonna. I mean, they're pretty young. I got some scrappy young guys in there.
They do.
And they have some good recruits coming up. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the question mark at the bottom for David Ferrante from Northwestern?
I don't know why.
I was just curious why they have a question mark.
Oh, I don't have it on my screen.
Oh, it's it's on the Big Ten. Maybe it's an accident, but all right. I was just curious.
Well,
who do you think is going to get who's going to be on the other side though? Like, do you think that? I mean, Patrick Kennedy didn't have a very good first part of the year, but ever since then, he's definitely shown that he's a very good wrestler.
Yeah. I think Shane Griffith, it's his 8th year. He's going to come through.
This is 8.5.
Yeah. He's got 2 degrees. And he has a family of 4.
Hopefully he has 2 degrees. Jesus.
Working on his doctorate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take what's his name from Iowa over him.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah, I'll take Kennedy. I mean, he was a little out of shape. Because he was part of that issue too. He had to sit out for a little bit.
He's still a little undersized, right? At 74. I mean, well,
yeah, 65.
I mean, he's a 6, but walking around, I mean, he's not making a huge cut to be.
No.
He's not 6 foot tall, Marty.
What?
He's 5'10".
He's not 6 foot tall.
He's shorter than the 125 pounder.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think Kennedy as well, and I'm interested to see how the Starachi thing unfolds. 184 looks a little bit. I'm actually not really sure who's going to win this one.
I'm going with Lenny Pinto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like him.
Okay, he's had some good wins this year.
Yeah, I think he might have. Was he a finalist in the Big Tens last year too?
He was. Yeah, was he?
Lost to what's his face? Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
he did wrestle in the beginning of the year. Wasn't he hurt for a little bit?
Pinto.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Everyone's hurt
I'm
sometime.
sure. Yeah. I'm not really sure where he was at. Truax has been kind of like a unknown. You know, he sometimes wrestles well and sometimes doesn't.
But you know what he's always done?
He's funky.
He's always become an All-American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this one's wide open. I think Truax actually is in a good position because he's not expected, but very likely could be a winner. So
Yeah. And he's tough on the mat. Like he gets on top. He likes to grind and he can get turns. But I mean, this is a weight class. I mean, there's no one that just jumps out, right?
Yeah. No, that Shane Liegel from Wisconsin's been pretty consistent as far as when I've watched him this year. But again, I mean, he's not like Aaron Brooks, you know. And where is Aaron Brooks? Why is or, no, not yeah, sorry. But he's not Aaron Brooks last year. That's my question.
No.
That's because last year he was wrestling at Loris.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So speaking of 97, that's all Aaron Brooks all day.
Yeah. You
don't think Silas Allred? He can't pull an upset, can he?
No.
Glazier.
He's
the only guy that kept him. Glazier's the only guy to keep him from not getting a major.
Yeah. I like Glazier. I think he's a finalist.
I do too.
I mean,
he's a great surprise this year for Iowa.
Yeah. I mean, he just wrestles solid. He doesn't get in bad positions very often. I mean, he stays within himself, and yeah.
It all started with Soldier Salute.
Yeah. He couldn't win the unattached tournament, but
he won it.
He won it.
He had disqualification. Yeah. I guess that's true. All right, so Aaron Brooks versus Glazier in the finals. Okay, that'll be interesting to see. Good old heavyweight. So you're Tony Cassiope's not showing up. You're saying
as of right now.
Yeah, we have not right now.
Right.
I'll stand by. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Yeah, the most electric news in all of sports if that happened.
How about that true freshman for him though? That's not wrestling.
He's
shooter kid.
He's been surprising. I didn't think he was going to be that solid, but yeah.
It was 2 years ago that he really had a breakout in national stuff and everything. And we were at the World Club Cup, and they were talking, and he was volunteering. And I'm like, man, he's a big kid. I walked over next to him. I bet he's 6'5". I mean, he's going to be a bear on the football field. I just Marty, thought he's going to be able to do both.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be tough. Marty, how tall do you think I am?
You are. I know exactly how tall you are. 5'2".
I thought I was going to get a couple inches there.
Yeah, 5'5". I'll give you 5'5".
Right. Heavyweight 6'5", the 25-pounder 6'2". And somewhere in between is Truax.
Yeah.
Well, this is another one. I mean, I think if Kurt Vliet lost, I mean, that's got to be like a major upset, right?
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean,
the kid, like, all right, the Neville's kid, right? Did he have a brother that was at Penn State?
He did.
They're Cal. They're
and then they're Cal somewhere, right?
No, they're from California. They wrestled at where Tirapelli is. What's the school? Clovis. Yeah.
But I think didn't they wrestle? Didn't this Neville start out west somewhere? And now he's at Maryland, or?
Yeah, I would assume that he's the one that started at Stanford. There was one at Stanford, and then there was one at Penn State. Okay. So, I mean, Seth Neville's. Let me look it up. There might have been 3, but I know
because there was a Neville's, AJ Neville's or something. No.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Like that was like Tony's age, like in high school when they were coming out.
Oh no! Seth Neville says Penn State, so this is the kid from Penn State.
Oh, is it? So is this the kid that came out with the same time Tony did?
Yeah. Yeah. 2022, he wrestled for Penn State. So he must have transferred in 23, and now he's wrestling this year too.
Maryland, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, interesting. So I mean, that's obviously tough to be behind Kirkfleet. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's a guy that could sneak in there and why did he not wrestle during that duel? Because Kirkfleet pinned the heavyweight, and I didn't think it was him. Let me look that up real
I
quick.
don't know. Was that the one that they pinned about everybody?
Yeah.
The coach got mad at him, or was that Rutgers?
Yeah. Will you
No,
will
that
you-
was Maryland.
Yeah, will you do us a favor and go up there and ask that coach why he was so mad at them getting the pins in every weight class?
Well, I
They
will.
could have just teched them and made it
Yeah,
drop
no.
even
So
longer.
Yeah, Kirkfleet pinned Gabriel from Maryland. So he did not wrestle.
They ducked him.
They ducked him, or they're holding him.
You know,
They're
I'm
holding him
hoping to see is that the old Maryland fan that used to be at all the things. You know,
the duck guy.
Oh, yeah.
he was at the Big Tens and would come out and yeah.
Oh,
I think he'd go to
he'll be there for
Midlands.
sure.
Yeah, if he's alive.
Yeah.
People are getting older these days.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that would be a fun weekend. Make names, enjoy yourself. Hopefully we can have some fun with those picks.
Yeah,
in our
get
group
your
chat.
get your
Yeah,
picks in and
when does the actual start time? It's a 2-day tournament or 1 day?
2 days starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time, I think, on
yeah, 9 here.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Sunday?
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday.
All right.
You know what we'll do too, though, next week, and then we'll go over some of the other conferences too, because the heavyweights at the Big 12, man, are going to be incredible, right?
Yeah, Hendrickson and what's his
Younger, Basuda, or whatever.
whatever. Yeah,
I mean, they're both undefeated.
I mean, you got the 65.
Right.
That one is going to be a barn burner, and then the what is it, EIWA or whatever, Lehigh and Cornell. You have a rematch there of a
I think 65. I mean, yeah, I totally forgot the Mizzou kid, the O'Toole, but I mean, 65 clearly sounds like the hardest weight class, actually.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. So it's like the 141-pound Big Ten tournament could finish in the same order at the Nationals, but then 165, no one's going to know who's going to win that. Right?
Yeah.
I thought I saw somewhere where they had all the ranked guys at
like WrestleStat?
At each tournament, like the Big Ten, all the number one seeds and what they were ranked nationally. And I want to say the majority of them were ranked number one nationally too.
Yeah.
Plus
other than 165, I think Hamidi's number 4.
Plus in that Big 12s, the team title's up for grabs big time.
Yeah.
Okie State or Iowa State or Missouri.
Missouri.
You think Missouri, all right?
Yeah.
So you're not wearing your Oklahoma State sweatshirt this weekend?
You know,
no pokes.
When Iowa wrestled them, I was flying to Vegas. I got off the jet. I pulled up my phone. It was 22-9. I took my pokey shirt off and put it in my bag. Haven't worn it since.
You got a private jet?
No.
Jeez Louise.
I tell you, I bet.
Yes, we did have a private jet. Mary and I sat next to each other, but then there's 8,000 other people on it too.
John Smith.
Nice. At least you sat next to her, right?
But you know what it was? It was a brand new jet though by Southwest Airlines. My buddy's a pilot for him, and when I told him what we're flying, he's like, "Oh my God!" He goes, "You're flying on one of our brand new jets, and they are nice."
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Don't want to go on an old one.
Yeah, a little rickety.
All right.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I found the ranking. So 7 of the 1 seeds at the Big Ten are number 1 nationally.
Really?
The only 3 that aren't are Hamidi. He's 4. At 133, Ragusan's 4, and then 84. That Salazar's 5. So
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane.
7 out of 10.
That's why they get a ton of allocations right there.
Yeah.
Yep,
Wow.
absolutely. All right, guys. Well,
All right.
Oh, fellas,
thanks for
All right, have fun,
going
Dan.
through it. Yeah,
Yep.
have fun.
we'll be in touch.
All right. See ya.